Today's video will see Ferrari versus Ferrari. Who will come out on top in front of the TIFOSI at Monza? But first of all, if you missed the previous video at Zandvoort, I recommend you go and check them out before seeing this one, because spoiler, despite having a terrible qualifying, actually came through for P3, shows some very good pace there. So yes. Now I'm trying to get this car to the next stage. Aero was slightly lacking for McLaren, but we know that McLaren are not the greatest. We got front downforce available, but with the front and rear downforce upgrades, I like to do those at the same time. So our drag reduction will be very nice, but we don't quite have enough points for that. So we might actually wait until after the Dutch Grand Prix, because there are, after the Italian Grand Prix, excuse me, as well, because there's a few things available. Hopefully we can get a few more percentages off too. There's also an ERS upgrade available, which we could put on, yes, there's obviously, I'm just thinking about saving those points for the next, for Singapore. So when we come to that episode of Singapore, we will be doing some upgrades. We haven't upgraded since Belgium. Obviously, Aston Martin brought an upgrade, so they are near enough where we're almost where we are as well. Williams have also brought an upgrade. Whether or not they're going to be able to be that, because obviously it's it's Toro Rosso, the team that are on top there in second place. But of course, they've not really shown the performance of their car. But will they be able to do it? You know, the faster of the two teams. Who would have thought that? When it was Minardi. But we'll move to qualifying here then, as well as I stand around at the back of the garage. And yes, first lap was good enough for P2. Yeah, unlike last week, you know, can I get a pole position? Who knows? I mean, we've got Albon, we've got some unfamiliar names. Albon's up here in P3. I know Williams have brought an upgrade. Verstappen's on an 18.8. I mean, I've done an 18.9. I think that's definitely beatable. Question is, what about Leclerc? He had a poor lap to begin with, 0.6 faster than Verstappen through the first sector. This car, of course, I'm running 0-0 wings as well. This is the first time I actually run 0-0 wings on F124. Previously I was running 2-0 as well, just to have a little bit front grip through the middle sector, but I decided to just go out for all out pace as well. And there's Leclerc, 18.4. Half a second now is needed to try and beat Verstappen's time. So now we come into Ascari. And out of Ascari, this corner out of Ascari, the AI just love to out-traction you at every opportunity that they get as well, even before we got to F122. Run out a bit of ERS as well. And it's not a great run out of Parabolica too. So up to the line, it's only just a marginal improvement, if that, and it's 5th place. Yeah, don't really know what happened with Parabolica. I was hoping to get in front of Verstappen at least, but P5, it's not the end of the world. Albon will be over the moon with P6 in the Williams. You know, I know this, of course, Williams having a very good time of it. Piastri in the fastest car. P12. Russell, P11. Not great from then. Norris, P14 as well. Well, we'll see what we can do. Time for the race.
Welcome to the venue of evocative corner names like Parabolica, which was renamed in 2021 to Curva Alboreto in honour of Italian motorsport legend Michele Alboreto. It's a fitting tribute to him here at Monza, ahead of the Italian Grand Prix. Monza, northeast of Milan, some of the most iconic turns in all of racing. The chicane at turn 1 and 2, the Variante Ascari at turns 8, 9 and 10, and the Parabolica to conclude things at turn 11. We are full throttle for 80% of the lap. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position. Sergio Perez lines up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Fernando Alonso, Phoenix, Albon, Sainz, Stroll, Tsunoda, Gasly, Oscar Piastri, Ocon, Norris, Magnussen, Hamilton, Joe, Teo Porcher, Behrman, Hulkenberg, and George Russell ends our grid lineup. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. Well, we welcome you to the broadcast. It's going to be some race today. First of all, introductions. I'm Alex Jakes. Alongside me for this one, Anthony Davidson. So they've got lots of team members to get to know, to win over, and to get...
Okay, as you know, this is the team's home race, which means it's extra important for everybody in this team. They've got friends here, they've got family here, they're all in the grandstands watching. So let's go and put on a good show for them.
Thanks for that, Mark. Race strategy is going to be a one-stop. Did you think about, are we going to start on mediums? The problem with starting on mediums, is it going to be close? And it is actually not too bad. I think mediums will be the better way to go. Albon on sights behind also joined me on the medium tyre. Fire up lights then, the Italian Grand Prix, and a little bit of a hold, away we go. It's an okay start. It's a poor start by Verstappen. Alonso had a great start. He's going to go 3 wide between Leclerc, Perez and Alonso. I'm going to break down the inside. There's nowhere for me to go. I'm just going to try and solidify this position in front of Verstappen. Of course, gaining points on Verstappen is huge here as well. Leclerc cuts in front for now. Here's a replay of what happened. 3 wide at the first corner. Ping-ponging about with Perez. Has he got any damage? I mean, to be honest, if it's wing damage, no one really cares here. You know, it's as well. I'm going to try and get in front of Leclerc now. Danny inside as well, up to P3. You know, obviously that's similar to the, isn't that similar to the move, of course, what Piastri did on Norris? But of course, unlike what happened to Norris, Verstappen in this case doesn't get past as well. Up at the front then, it's Alonso versus Perez. There's contact again between the two as well, and Alonso takes the lead. I think we need to get in front of these two ASAP because they are not going well. Behind, we're watching Lance Stroll. How about, you know, Aston Martin may have an upgrade. Remember how poor they were in a straight line? In actual fact, Stroll's going to lose out to the Renault of Esteban Ocon there as well. Not Esteban Ocon, excuse me, it's actually Gasly as well. Now we jump to lap 3 as fastest lap share between the top 5. We've sort of broken away from everyone else, and I'm just going to stream past here. I've had enough of this lot. You know, I don't think the soft tyres are quite gone off yet compared to my mediums. It's just the fact that they're squabbling, and you know, I don't know whether or not what wings they're running. I think the default low drag setup is 0-0, but obviously it's not been optimised for the corners as well, and that, you know, just to show how good our car really is. You know, maybe on paper we're the 4th fastest, but Leclerc is going to get in front of both Perez and Alonso too, and make it a Ferrari 1-2 in front of the Tifosi as well. But look at the traction. You know, even medium, they're able to, the traction that they get out of Ascari is diabolical. Like, you can never out traction an AI down there. Fortunately, I'm just going to be able to just carry on and just carry on with DRS. I'm happy to do this as well. Save a bit of battery for later on, because obviously this lot are going to pit earlier than I am as well. What's happened with Alonso here is he made a move on Perez. Look at the state of that wing. It's got bits taken out everywhere as well. Alonso does indeed get in front of Perez as well. As we're watching, Gasly has broken through, and now we've got Tsunoda as well. He's like P7. So Gasly I think has broken DRS. So we've got Albon has dropped down to P8 as well. We have people make their pit stops then. Obviously those 4. Gasly has had a miracle. Like, he has caught up to this lot too. So while I lead as well, that's left Leclerc without DRS, and Verstappen is going to have a go down the inside at turn 1, and obviously Leclerc will take the cursed curve on the inside, and Verstappen will get up what will be a effective P2 once everyone makes their stop. I'm going to make my stop now on lap 7, so we've got 6 laps to go. Make that onto lap 8 with 5 laps to go. Piastri, Albon are going to go through. Porsche will take the lead. He's going to go on even further. 2.5 second stop, that's not too bad for F24. Obviously 2.5 would be very disappointing in real life, but there we go. I mean, there's not a lot we can do. Piastri going on hard tyres, Albon on hards. Again, no words about that as as well. Am I going to come out in front of them? Yes, I am. It's going to be a little bit comfortable as Leclerc is too... While I'm exiting the pits there, Leclerc's too busy getting in front of Verstappen. I'd love Alonso to get in front of Verstappen as well. Obviously, Verstappen is the championship leader as well. Look how close the Renault there, Gasly, is close to Perez too, as well as we're right on board with Alonso. He's going to go to the outside here as well. Can Alonso get in front of Verstappen? Yes, he can. Thank you very much, Fernando. But of course, these two bickering is going to allow myself and Leclerc to start to run away as well. Alonso taking the cursed curve there, and Verstappen will have the position. So that's a little bit frustrating. But of course, the following lap, Verstappen is going to take the cursed curve as well. These two bickering has allowed even the Toro Rosso, Tsunoda to start to catch up to them as well. Again, I mean, I'm just playing DRS games with Leclerc. There's nothing I can do about unless I use overtake. But even now, it's time to unleash everything. He's draining his battery. He's set a new fastest lap as well, 20.4, and it's time to run away. We're running away with Leclerc. It's annoying that I can't get fastest lap. I tried everything. I went to hot lap even, but then look at this. He's even on hot lap. He's out tractioned me out of a Ascari. That is ridiculous traction out that corner. I really hope that is fixed for F125, because that is just not on. I'm actually not improved for the final sector, 20.9 as well. We're just going to breeze past here, comfortably sitting at 220 miles an hour. But you can see my tyres are starting to go off. Rear left 24% as well. I do think that the rears, for some reason for me, I struggle on the rears. Whether or not that's because I run default tyre pressures or not in the game. Maybe I need to run a bit higher tyre pressures at some point. See if I can try and minimise that too, as well as I'm going to breeze past Leclerc. Again, this is the final lap though as well, and that's the problem for us, because obviously behind, look at this, Perez and Verstappen are going through. Gasly's trying to go in through, but there's just nowhere to go, and Verstappen is going to have be in front of Perez as Perez takes the cursed curve, Gasly too. So Alonso will be P5 actually. Leclerc did have a go there on the run to Ascari, but nothing really doing here. Here's a replay on board with Leclerc, but again, you're on the inside for Ascari. It's easy to defend the outside, as he has to brake early as well. He's running he is sparking as well. He's running very low to the ground there as well. As we're going to come across the line then, but Leclerc is half a second behind. And ladies and gentlemen, that's a good step towards the championship, potentially winning the Italian Grand Prix in front of the Tifosi, beating my teammate. We've done it. That is a good step towards that. Driver of the day, fair play to Gasly, well deserved P6.
He made great use of the clear air today then, and didn't allow anyone to exploit the slipstream behind them. What a great win here at Monza.
To do it as a team on home soil, that really means something special, and you can see how much it means to them, the drivers involved as well. Great job by them today, of course, as always, but for the fans watching on too, a great display of teamwork here today.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit, familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari, do it again.
This is a good step towards the championship. It is fantastic to be back on the top step. 10 points gained over Verstappen, who sits to my left as well. And of course, another good step in the right direction to try and win this championship in F124, because the last time I actually didn't win a championship on an F1 game was F1 2019. So if I don't, then it will be not the greatest farewell to this game. But yes, couldn't get fastest lap in the end, to be honest. So Leclerc, he had pace, but just like at Spa, doesn't have quite the racecraft to go against me. And it's easy to get in front. Fair play to Gasly. Started P10, finished P6. He'll be very happy with that. Sainz started P7, out the points as well. The two Mercedes also missing out. Albon, I'm not quite sure what happened to Albon, but P14 in the end. He was P6, so very disappointing race for him. It's a 19-point gap then between myself and Verstappen. I mean, just bringing it down every race we can as well. We'll have to wait and see what we can do at Singapore, whether, what's going to happen. But it's clear that I'm in the championship there. And 3 points in the Constructors. The Constructors is definitely on here too. Obviously, it'd be nice to win both the drivers and the Constructors and round off this game in style. Look at Aston Martin and Toro Rosso. We're separated by 1 point. They're having a bit of a battle too. And Mercedes, obviously, not too far away from them too. So, yes, in terms of our ratings, we gained a bit on awareness as well, and quite a bit on pace, really. Focus has gone up as well, so that's a big step towards being 88 rated. We're still 50-50 recognition between myself and Charles, even though I'm ahead in the championship too. So I'd like to get towards 60% as well, because there are upgrades that do unlock at 60%, and it's been a good day all round too with the specialists as well. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Singapore Grand Prix will be out tomorrow at 1 PM ish, sometime like that, UK time as well. Yes, Singapore's not my best track, but there are 3. If it's a damage limitation event, then really the next 3 could be a bit better as well. We need to try and get some upgrades on the car. We've got 1,500 R&D points too to spend, which I'll go and spend on 2 upgrades, spoiler, in the next video too. And that'll be followed by the final 3 videos: Brazil, Portugal, which will probably be the final race of doing an F1 game at Portimao for a while until I go back and revisit an older F1 game at some point in the future, and finishing off at Las Vegas next week too. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave it today's video. If you have enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. You see plenty more F124 and F125 driver career mode videos as when they come out. Until the next video then, I'll see you next time. Take care, thank you so much for watching, enjoy your day, and goodbye.